Hello everyone, this is Dr. Cui. So from this video, I would like to talk about the USMLE exams. So first one is USMLE step one, which is the most difficult one. So after passing it, you'll find out that other USMLE exams are much easier than the step one. So let's get started. So for this exam, and it will be changed to personal field start from 2022 in the beginning of 2022. So you just need uh, you just need to pass it, and that's all. And it's a 12, and normally when before that we at the IMG we need to get a higher score in order to get matched because most of the programs will evaluate this score too much. So normally we need to get a as high as possible. And previously we need to like 12 months to 18 months to prepare for this exam in order to get a higher score, no matter it's full-time or part-time. But we just need to, so normally we need this period to complete the exams. While some people may use a short time, while some people use a longer time, uh, the average, time who get the higher score is located in this time range. And we definitely need, but because it changed to the personal field, so I believe we can shrink the time. So probably need a shorter time to just pass it. So for the study material, definitely we need first aid, which is a Bible for this exam, and we need to go through every pages, every details on it, and it's very high yield. And after going through the first aid, if you still have a problem, if you still after doing the questions, if you find out you still have some problem in each section, so like the pathology, you probably need to check the Pathoma, which is an excellent book to read. And if you have some question on microbiology, I would suggest Sketchy is also good for that part. And for the neurology, it's definitely BNB, and for the behavioral science, because in the recent 2 years, um, the USMLE added a lot of behavior questions. So I took the exam in 2020, and I used a Kaplan 100 questions for prepare for that part. But that's a very old book. I'm not sure if that's a new study material for this part. But most of the students have a difficulty to prepare for these questions, and sometimes we need to pick up the answer, which looks like uh, which looks like more humanity, more friendly. So, in a word, don't be a jerk. So that's for the behavioral science questions. For the anatomy, I would like to suggest recommend the 100 questions. That's a PDF file. Actually, you can just download it from anywhere, like in the forum or in the Facebook. So you can just check it. And people also use some tools like Anki and to help to memorize those difficult difficult things like anatomy and biochemistry stuff. And actually, I have a difficulty to use Anki because after using it for like 1 week, I will feel like exhausted. So yeah, so it really depends. If you like this kind of style, you probably can use it. If not, like me, I prefer doing the questions over again. So or you can just do question banks. So it's really so no matter what, just follow your own style. And for those forum, definitely recommend the Facebook and the Reddit. And in the Reddit, there's a people who uploaded a predictor. It's a kind of Excel. You just input all of the information there, then they will predict the real score based on the information you input. So it's really helpful, and it's some kind of accurate, I would say. Yeah, definitely you can try it, and it doesn't hurt, right? And then for the question banks, and definitely the official 120 questions on the USMLE website, it's it's more comparable to the real questions. So you definitely need to try this one before the exam. And also the NBME also is recommended, and it can also predict the real score. And the U-World is very classic. Definitely need to try it. ANBOS, I would say, is a kind of compensatory study material for the U-World, and it will add a lot of information from on first aid. From first aid, those I would say that those low yield questions will be tested in the ANBOS. So you can, if you want to get, I mean, if you want to get a higher score in step one before, you can try ANBOS. But if you just, but since it's changed to the pass and fail, so I would say that you can use ANBOS as a compensatory study material. And first aid, Q&A, I would say is not very good. But you can just use it for the first time you read the first aid, and to do some questions chapter by chapter. But it's compared to the real questions, it's not a good material. And Robin Q banks is for the pathology, and also it's you can use it for the starting of a pathology part, but still is not comparable to the real questions. And Kaplan is the last one. Actually, it's not a good study material, I would say that. Some people use it. Actually, I also use that. I would say that this question bank is not good for the step one. So, but still, if you have already downloaded all of those question banks, if you still want to warm up or do some questions, you can consider about it. So that's all of the things I would like to about the step one preparation. And the key for the IMG and the old IMG is pass it as soon as possible. You don't want to waste a lot of time on this. Although it's difficult, and still, I mean, if you spend too much time on it, probably you won't get a better result. So just finish it as soon as possible. And our goals based on different YOG, because if you are younger, younger graduates, you before 2022, because there's a score system, so we definitely want to get a higher score. So probably need you can just spend a lot of more time on it. Well, if your goal is just to pass it, probably like the older IMGs, and probably you can just need like 6 to 8 months to prepare for it. And also, you need to know the rules of the match. Step one, I mean, initially before 2022, step one score is very important. After that, we never know about if it's important or not. So you need to know the rules in order to get the score match the rule. And also, don't only focus on the score. You also need to prepare for others to increase your chance to get matched, like get more USCE, or try your best to get some connections in the US and get a good letter of recommendations as well. So I would suggest you to know the whole blueprint before prepare for it. At least you have an idea what you should do step by step. And the last thing is, no matter the result is good or bad, just try your best to move forward to the next step as soon as possible. Also, this journey, it's a long journey. You need a lot of time to prepare for the exams, and also you need a lot of time to prepare for other things in order to complete your package before the match season. So you have no time to waste, and actually it's not worth it. So it's just like a game. Um, you want to know the result as soon as possible. If it's good, that's cool, and you can just move forward. But if it's bad. So you need to know what's the next step. You need to have a backup plan. So that's why I suggest you finish it as soon as possible in order to save your time. Don't don't put every egg in one basket. Just be prepared. So good luck, everyone. I hope everyone will get matched.